So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. And here's Mbappe. That's tidy. He's having a pop! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Vinicius Junior venturing down the left. Now, what about a counter-attack? Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man? And the shot! They've scored! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So, a breakthrough already. Can he get on the end of this? France have got it back and they'll have another go. Great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Mbappe. Rodgers. And it's Neves. Oh, important interception. Çalhanoğlu.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, super fine. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. This time, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Now, can they get him away? And he welcomes it in. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Sends it crossfield. DiMarco. Now it's Mbappe. He's in a great position here. Rodgers! Oh, it's hit the post! And again! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
France have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And the shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Ambitious ball here. Spread neatly. Thuram. Rodgers.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
João Neves had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
Played over towards the opposite flank. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Fernandes. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Nicely shaped ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Alexander-Arnold. Thuram powering forward here. For Çalhanoğlu. Vinicius Junior. That's a little off target. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him. Oh, what has happened here? No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Threads one in. Bruno Fernandes. 5 minutes till the break. Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. Henderson gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. And it's DiMarco. Now it's Neves. Short changes him with that pass. Driving on and making good progress. And that's gone loose. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. And now they can clear their lines. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And a quick reminder today
France
that parking
finding
in the
themselves
area around the
behind
stadium
by
is
just
strictly
one goal
forbidden.
at the break.
Please use parking provided by the club.
Well,
or
obviously
any other
things
paid
are not
parking
good,
facilities
Peter.
in the
It
area.
seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. We're on the move again.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Fernandez, who does have an assist to his name. Yeah, he's fouled him there. So a chance here, what can they make of it? An opportunity then to pull clear here. Alexander-Arnold. The pass has gone astray. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Fernandez. Tries to play it through. Tries a shot! No, just not quite. Saliba clears. And it's Van Dijk. Nuno Mendes. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. This looks promising. Oh, look at the space here. Real chance! Well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. DiMarco, lovely feet. Oh, that was vital. And he's there to belt it away.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Substitution on the field.
France have their third corner.
Mbappe. Number 18, Char. Coming on the field, number 20, Ekitike. Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Oh, right place, right time. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's had it nicked away. Havertz. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Ekitike has the space to scheme. Oh, he's been caught napping. And they've got a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Bruno Fernandes. Number 10, Vinicius Junior. Coming on the field, number 15, Gibbs White. Number 14, Kvaratskhelia.
Good ball, good take. He'll try from distance. It's their second corner of the game. Dembele gets it away. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that looks a decent ball. And the keeper's got it again. Can he spark a counter here? Havertz aims beyond the defence. Oh, shooting chance! Dani Olmo. Haaland being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Havertz is in a really good position out wide. And it's Fernandes. Can he finish? Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Çalhanoğlu cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Corner number 3 coming up. Van Dijk. Havertz receives it in a good position here. Oh, chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of... And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Vietnam have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. The ball's gone astray.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, delivery.
Shot, surely! Goal, France! And we have liftoff! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Thuram. And he cuts out the supply.
Vietnam really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Mendes does really well to win the ball there. Mbappe.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe shapes to shoot, and that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, that's fabulous. Clipped into space. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, what a Thuram! And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
DiMarco. João Neves. And it's DiMarco. DiMarco venturing down the left. Mbappe! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Thuram. And it's DiMarco. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Oh, nice touch. And he's in on goal. Oh, sweet feet. There's the shot! And it's there! becoming so easy. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Mbappe is onto this, and he's there to get it away. Now it's Mbappe. Saliba with the slide tackle there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
João Neves. Decent chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they want to keep things that way.
Gate. Kindly remove
France will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
We're on the move again.
Coming on the field is number 2.
More and more pressure on the ball here. And back to the goalkeeper. Matheus Cunha. Here's Locatelli. Saliba. Played over towards the opposite flank. And here's Mbappe. Defending was strong and firm.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
João Neves has given away a free kick. Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. Cunha with a definite foul there. He has a look up. Thuram absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, he's shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Lovely feet. And tries a shot! And he's stuck it away! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Quality ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Çalhanoğlu, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Played out wide.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, and he shoots! It's in! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Hakimi was in no mood for any of that. Locatelli. Nicely shaped ball. João Neves. Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through. Calhanoglu. And it's Calhanoglu. Fernandes touches it back. João Neves running with the ball. Hakimi deals with that comfortably. Konate. And that's a throw-in. Vinicius Junior to Marquinhos. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now this could be a chance. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Calhanoglu! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save. Hakimi. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. Grimaldo. Bruno Fernandes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Calhanoglu. And the number on the board is 3. Dembele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. That's rather hopeful. Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Getting up there! And with that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
Quick reminder
Your
today,
reflections
please
then,
have
Jim.
your entry
Well, the
tickets
look on
at
the
hand,
manager's
as it's
face
time to
says it
announce
all.
today's
He
winning
knows
lottery
he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very
Hello,
nicely
everybody,
here.
and welcome to
Gorgeous,
today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in...
Valverde! Oh, crossbar! And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's tidy.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, they say that there's been a bit of a renaissance, Peter, at the number 10 position, and this guy, Çalhanoğlu, is one of the players who has really shone in recent times. He's not the quickest, but both his delivery and his distribution are consistently excellent, and once he starts finding spaces about 5 to 10 yards outside the box, he can be a real handful for any opposition.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Could move up a gear here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Rodrigo. And he's managed to get free. Rodrigo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Çalhanoğlu.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rodgers picks it up out wide. And he will shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hakimi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Chips it through. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, France! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Calhanoglu, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he get it through?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Tura. Calhanoglu. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Half an hour played now. Rodrigo is fouled. And the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Nuno Mendes. Valverde. This looks promising. Oh, sweet feet. Distributed tidily. In towards the back. Oh, good climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And it's Hakimi. Locatelli. And Hakimi. Aimed beyond the defence. Hakimi. Good ball, good take.
France can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Velvet chance! Saliba gets it clear. That is lovely. Thuram touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. DiMarco.
There will be one
Well
minute
seen.
added time.
Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rodrigo. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
France with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. France leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Oh, this is a great position. Mbappe. And it's DiMarco. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Calhanoglu floated through. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Saliba. Indica.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now who's going to be first to this? Mbappe. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. France just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Well read, and the danger is averted. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Stood up well to him there. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. He is through here. That's a sharp pass. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rodgers running with intent. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Shapes to shoot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Bruno Fernandes. Çalhanoğlu. Thuram looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Rodrigo. Very nicely done. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Valverde. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 18, Thuram. Number 21, Mbappe. Number 7, Bruno Fernandes. Number 24, Federico Valverde. Number 12, Alexander Arnold.
Indica.
Coming on the field, number 10, Vinicius Junior. Number 20, Ekitike. Number 14, Kvaratskhelia. Number 11,
And he's forced to
Messi.
go back.
Number 15,
Osimhen is
Gibbs
carrying
White.
after that one.
Number 6, Griezmann. Substitution.
Vinicius Junior. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Messi. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Oh, well played, well played.
Vietnam really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Space for him to turn and look. And it's Olmo. Look at the space here. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. So just one extra minute for stoppages. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, good take in a good area. And that's that. France have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance or two.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both,